Welcome back to Easy Spirit 101. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day. Let's see what's going on. Let's get into another reading for Divine Collective. Let's see what you guys need to know. What does Divine Collective need to know at this time? It's really strange because if you can see that, it says Five of Pentacles, right? Which is like not the greatest energy in the deck. But what's funny about this particular card and what's coming through for this message is someone here is doing a good job when it comes to like manifestation techniques. You may have been struggling through something here. You may have been struggling through employment, finances, getting on your feet, something like this. Someone here has had a lot of challenges and adversities, and you have been doing a really good job of kind of keeping your spirits high, not getting like overly focused on, how not looking at it. You did a good job of like not paying too much mind, because right, the more you think about it, the more you focus on it, the more you get that back for yourself. Confirmation with the Ace of Pentacles here. Someone here, you have done something, some sort of like, I could be talking to a divine masculine. So very, very good. Very good if that's for you, divine masculine. You're either about to overcome some sort of karmic cycle, or yeah, someone here overcame that. You recently went through something that was supposed to challenge you when it came to your view and your attachment to your finances, and it was blocking you from some sort of manifestation you wanted. So you were put through a test, basically. You were put into this Five of Pentacles energy for you to learn how to stop blocking yourself. Maybe focusing on joy, learning gratitude, things like that here. Someone here has done a good job. Yeah, through a lot of burden. Must picking up maybe someone who had to do a lot of things on their own. Confirmation. I'm getting that you have been, this is not giving me like a specific imbalanced relationship, though it could be for someone. I'm getting you maybe even in your family here with the Ten of Cups. You have a lot of connections in your life that are very imbalanced. The Star, this is why you're protected. Someone here may have went through some sort of like final test, but movement is coming back into your life. You overcame something, you passed some sort of test. You've overcome a lot of obstacles and adversity. All on your own, I'm getting. There's something here about like your family isolating you. Your family not helping something here, or abandoning you when you needed it most. Whoever you are, you may see 144 a lot. Someone here is a high priest or high priestess energy. I know that comes up a lot, and it is not for everyone, but some of you have gone through like multiple ascensions. You've overcome many obstacles. You've overcome and passed many like spiritual tests. Confirmation on what has been coming out so far. Somebody here, you passed a freaking test. You may have like asked in prayer or tried to manifest something specifically, or even asked in prayer to help assist you manifest um, maybe better finances or something, or maybe you manifested some kind of like finances or wealth that's out of the norm for your family or for maybe what you do for work, and you had to go through some sort of test and challenge to align yourself with this energy, to remove any kind of like mental blocks to be able to maintain whatever it is you might receive. Confirmation on the high priestess or high priest energy. You're someone who's very tapped in. Also getting, for some of you may have had to sit in the Five of Pentacles energy even longer because you were being protected from something. You might have been protected. You might have been having to be protected from, for instance, someone here is coming out like you have imbalanced give and take or energy in your like family relationships, or in whoever should be a support system for you is not. Some things had to be put in order and in place before you receive something here. That's interesting because this is what we're talking about. And here we have the Four of Pentacles. This could have been somebody's mindset, or you have a lot of greedy individuals around you. Some of you may have had to sit in this energy longer than maybe you would have liked, than you would have hoped, because you were being protected. You can be at peace at this time. You've been protected from something, and something is like over or almost over. If you can see this is like opposing energy here. This is like the opposite of this. We've got Five of Pentacles to Ten of Wands, the Star to the Sun. This is very different energy here. These are like two of the most blessed cards in the deck right next to each other. So someone here, I'm also getting, someone might be getting some sort of wishes or dreams come true. I also heard, as this Three of Pentacles, someone who works with spirit, excuse me. It's really hard when you get them little like hiccupy burp things right in your microphone. Yeah, you're someone here who asks, like you prayed for divine assistance to regain something here, or to gain something more than you've ever had, or something like this. You were given a challenge whether you realize it or not, and you took on this challenge. This is like the Knight of Wands coming out in a positive way. Like you needed that kind of knight, because the Knight of Wands is very you got like go-getter energy. It's almost such a go-getter energy that it's not even like you're not even thinking about it. So this is Knight of Wands energy in a good way. And again, side note is some of you have been in an energy of like being protected from someone or something who's greedy. Yeah, just as I'm saying that, the devil's coming out here. So confirmation on that for whoever that is for. And something, again, one of the first cards I saw as I started this reading was the Chariot. And I believe even the last reading was talking about things being moving again. So a lot of you have been put through a spiritual test. Unfortunately, not all of you. Some of you were put through a spiritual test and you didn't like make the cut this round. That's not for everybody, but unfortunately it is for some of you. But some of you have passed the test. You passed some sort of test that you may not have even known that you were in. There's more than one individual here who may have been like greedy when it comes to your destiny, like something about wanting your destiny for themselves. And this happens a lot. Again, an overall theme for Divine Collective recently has been having to move away from energies that no longer serve, where you're trying to go, trying to excel, trying to ascend, trying to raise your vibration, sick of the drama, sick of the chaos, whatever it is, sick of being held back wherever you're at, and you have had to let certain things and situations go. That very much happens as you rise higher and higher, and other individuals are still back where once you were. There starts to be a disconnect in conversations, in the way that we're looking at each other. People are still wearing their masks, whereas maybe you have taken your mask off. That kind of thing here. This dang King of Swords keeps wanting to come out today. So something going on with a King of Swords for somebody specific. Or you could be a King of Swords. Someone here kept trying to do something to you when it was like time to move on. That's a side note for, or someone's situation. Someone kept going into a situation that they didn't need to, and it was time to move on. It's already time to move on. So it's funny because what was coming up next for me as this expansion card came out, for those of you who identify with, like, you're someone who breaks the mold in your family, or maybe you identify with being a generational curse breaker. Many many have had to, like, overcome these challenges before you, and there's great rewards on the other side. There's like a reassurance here. There's some sort of reassurance here for you that something you went through is going to be worth it, that those who have come or gone before you could tell you how worth it is. So there's kind of a message of knowing that whatever struggles you went through, confirmation, whatever struggles you went through, you're going to be glad you did it. Liberation, expansion, confirmation. Confirmation, those of you who've been breaking generational curses, you are about to see more expansion. This growth is coming in, this change is coming in. Someone here might have been holding themselves back out of a desire to kind of like play it small, or not ready to step in your power. Whoever you are, you're ready. You are ready to like stop playing it small. That's for someone fairly specific. Yeah, someone here feels like this move you're making, or the direction you're going into, you may have been like unintentionally holding yourself back because it feels so risky, or it felt so risky. Yeah, here we go again. Something about this, like, not having, this is coming out on this initial message of not having a good support system. Maybe that was something that was very challenging for you. But again, it's only, yeah, family concerns, confirmation. Someone here does not have a good support system. You're making something out of nothing. That is amazing. You're going to be so greatly rewarded for your strength and endurance that it's not funny. Look, this says brings good fortune. This is confirmation of you breaking out of something. So this could have been related, this lack of confirmation, again, mutual help, this lack of a support system could be like generational curse energy. This is something that's become more and more extreme and intense, not helping each other through obstacles, and not just sitting back and making excuses while you watch another family member drown. There's something about like making excuses. Someone here's family like makes excuses to themselves about how and why maybe they shouldn't help you, or even as much as like lying to themselves. Maybe they lie to themselves that they did. As I'm saying that, oh, I am loyal. They're just like something about brushing it off in a very dismissive way. Some of you, this was some sort of, this was, you're getting a gift for overcoming, for like turning to God through this challenge. You have clarity coming towards you about this. You're getting more clarity. You could either be a daughter, or you could specifically be like the middle daughter of you and your siblings. Some of you, part of your gift is that you're getting a new partnership. Yeah, no one in your family specifically. Someone here has a lot of air signs in their family. So that's confirmation for someone here. Some of you, you have a lot of air signs in your family. So Libras, Geminis, and Aquarius. You could be very creative, and you have a lot of air signs in your family. And a lot of people have played themselves small. Someone here could have an ancestor in the spirit who had the Chinese zodiac sign of the dragon, watching over you, doing this, encouraging you, giving you new ideas, holding your hand when people were turning their back while you struggled. Wow. Oh my God. Abundance. This is comfort. This is, wow. I'm getting tingles all over me. This is very strong confirmation here. Someone here, some obstacles or like a challenge you went through specifically in life that was very unique to just you. This happened because of this, like this, because of this generational curse thing, when it came to like not supporting each other or abandoning one another. Individuals may have been deliberately trying to like mislead you or send you in the wrong direction, so they they could mind, something about minding their own business. This is like a family full of people who want to mind their own business, and it's kind of coming through like God doesn't want everybody in this family to always be minding their own business, because there might be someone in the background who's like drowning and no one's there to help. Holy wow. Holy wow. Oh wow. So you're like a overcoming. You may have had these. This could be worse than this. For some of you, this could have been emotional, like people dumping their emotions on you as well. Because there's something here about you overcoming being a people pleaser as well. There's something about you have had to give yourself and give yourself until you were depleted. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my goodness. Other than that, though, I mean, this is like amazing, whoever you are. Whatever you've overcome, this is amazing. Use a different deck. Let's see what's coming on in this reading here for someone who's a identifies with being a generational curse breaker. And even if you don't really resonate with like putting labels and terms and things like that. You'll know it through this energy that's coming through the challenges you've gone through, as well as maybe you're like the black, you would identify as the black sheep of the family, or maybe the overgiver of the family, or very specifically somebody who went through something very challenging, very intense, and everyone turned their back while you struggled. That's a confirmation for someone. Everybody turned their back on you while you struggled. Interesting. So I'm not getting necessarily, for some of you, this could be, you could be coming over really intense family situations, but I'm more so getting you were going through something, or somebody here might have been doing something very, you might have went through something very scary, very dangerous, or maybe some sort of violence here. And this could be what you were going through when individuals, yeah, they were, look at this person going the other way with like a suitcase, turning their back on you while you struggled. This, whatever this is, this only made you stronger. You kept having to like build stuff and pick up pieces by yourself over and over again. I've heard an energy come through in another general reading that's kind of something like whatever's, like you're about to get some sort of blessing. That's come through strongly earlier with the star and the sun, and we even had a card talking about abundance. Um, Something about whatever you're getting, whoever this is who turned their back on you while you were struggling, you are not, do not let someone trick you or guilt you over what you have, or guilt you into like giving something to you. And someone here is coming out as a magician. You're the magician at this time. You're like, you've been given some sort of gift of being like a master manifester. It's because you know how to transform any kind of situation. Like this here. This is what came through earlier. And this is also what's coming for you. You see how the card on the left looks very like dull and barren, kind of like dead grass and all these things. And on this side, the water is flowing and the grass is green and it's more colorful. This is what we're talking about, and you're being rewarded for this. This is what's coming through for someone too as well. There's something about this, as I knock down all these cards, excuse me. You're being seen like this in the spirit here, like very brave, very, you made a lot of sacrifices. You're being seen like a hero in the spirit for what you have overcome, what you have learned. Some of you are in line to become some sort of counselor. For some of you, it's a counselor, and for some of you, it's a teacher. For some of you, maybe both. And whoever this reading is for, I keep getting like lots and lots of tingles. Like, this whole reading is full of angelic presence and honor over you and your name and what you've been through. Somebody's been through something here to where like your angels and your ancestors are looking at you like, it is amazing to see you laugh, what you have been through. This is really emotional. Whatever this is like extremely emotional. Yeah, someone here, someone has been, you know what song kept coming up? And I also am getting like an ambush energy. So I'm going to put this over here. This is part of what someone was up against. And has been up against for a while. For a while, I was picking up this song, and I love, regardless, I don't want to get into it, but Michael Jackson is a classic. I'm an 80s baby. We'll leave it at that. But I love Michael Jackson's music still. And Smooth Criminal is a song that kept coming up. I'm picking this up for whoever you are. This could be something going on, and I feel like family members either looked and turned away, or some of them didn't even know this was happening to you, maybe, but they knew something was wrong and turned away. Again, your courage is out here. Earlier with the bravery and the courage, good Lord. Discipline. You have gained an infinite amount of wisdom through your experience. Some of you is just as I'm saying this too, and this is coming out in reverse. Something's coming into light. This energy goes with this. I was gonna say some of you still have some sort of unwanted like eyes or something when it comes to this energy here on you, on your situation. You're about to, whoever you are, whatever you've been going through, you're about to have fun again. Again, something coming through about like movement. Your movement is something's gonna lift for you. Again, I think it came out earlier, or that was in the last, no, it was this reading. Part of what you've been going through maybe had something to do with your protection, and it was very difficult and very challenging. And that is about to come to an end because of this, because of whatever this attack was is being finalized. I'm getting like a final transaction. The transaction is finalized. Movement, confirmation. You're getting movement again. You're getting movement back into your life. Also, whoever went through this alone, I'm getting your guides and your ancestors are like thanking you. They're thanking you for your patience. They're thanking you for your what's the word? Your obedience to what you were being asked to do. There's someone here, this is part of why you're about to receive some sort of blessing, because you had to rely on God to get you through something very, again, this energy here, some sort of ambush, some sort of smooth criminal, or smooth criminal transaction. And you, if you hadn't been obedient to God, to your angels, you wouldn't have had any help, is what's coming through. That was like your only hope. So someone here is really you're someone who's very supported. You have gained more support than you've ever had probably in your entire life through this experience, as well as you're going to receive great rewards for you've earned some sort of position through what you went through here. Someone here is too full of themselves. A water sign. So this could have been who or what you were dealing with. A water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. and you had to be protected from whoever this was. This person has like underworld connections, or however you want to put it. That could be either or, because I've been picking up different things here. I've been picking up group energies of just like localized, like 3D level criminal activity, as well as someone who may or may not actually be connected with something very dark, very evil, very sinister. I don't even know how one gets involved, but you actually, I do know how you can get involved in that through, without even knowing, through deliberate and consistent negative interactions. You can get something attached to you by uh, consciously choosing to be in a low vibration and doing those things more and more, and connecting with more lower vibrational energies. You can actually get something attached to you. And someone here may have had something attached to them and actually kind of like said, okay, oh, okay, yes, I'll work together with you. I love demons. Someone here has like attracted themselves a demon or something. Someone here's got something riding on their back. So again, confirmation, look at your protection here against whatever this was. Right, challenges to overcome. Whatever this situation was about, this is giving me like challenges that did not stop. Challenges that did not stop. Someone here overcame one challenge after another. Hidden energy. Someone here was like a master manipulator in disguise, a master of deception. And even more specifically, maybe this person is what's known as like a swindler. Someone here like swindles people for, maybe this is what happened to you. Someone here may have been swindled for money, finances, maybe something to do with work. We do have the Three of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles here. I have said this before, and now it is out here like confirmation. I have said this one time before. Someone here treats their partners like pets. Someone here may have more than one individual that they do this with. This is coming out underneath this like narcissist energy. Something going on about like somebody's sexuality, or something they do when it comes to some sort of like fetish, or some sort of dark fetish. This fetish has something to do with like hurting people. And unfortunately, that's a confirmation for someone. Somebody has a major Scorpio placement. I also feel like someone is mad. Someone has been really mad about you moving forward, or someone's been trying to prevent you, which this has come out more than once, with these challenges and obstacles, your forward movement. This could be a continuation from the last reading. Forgiveness. So if it is a continuation from the last reading, you have broke some sort of cycle. You have broke multiple cycles, since there's a heavy energy of like a generational curse coming out here as well. You have broken multiple cycles with this situation that you went through. You broke a generational curse when it comes to like your faith, when it comes to getting divine assistance. You're being rewarded something. You allowed the divine to use you to help teach your family something here, as well as this karmic issue or karmic cycle with the ambush. Devil energy has come out again. Devil energy was out in the beginning. I just saw the devil again. And earlier we were talking about someone who gained some sort of ungodly, otherworldly attachment. Underworld is how it's coming. Someone here may have been dabbling in something they shouldn't have been dabbling in. Someone here might have gained, through trying to harm someone in Divine Collective, may have gained a, that's how they gain some sort of attachment. Someone here, this devil energy keeps coming out on them because they have some sort of attachment here. This could have been you or someone you were dealing with, or this person who's coming out as that could be someone who has strong five of cups energy. This person is like very unhappy or upset with how life has turned out for them. It's coming out as the Queen of Pentacles, but I'm actually picking up something to do with the Aries. Somebody could have a strong Aries placement, or Aries energy. Actually, it's coming through like Aries energy. So someone may see themselves as like aggressive, as a leader, as a go-getter. Interesting. Something about luxury. I'm also picking up Taurus, and as that luxury, something about a luxurious lifestyle. Somebody here might have tried to do this because they wanted a luxurious lifestyle. They thought ruining you and taking yours would make them happy, or taking something from you would make them happy. And for some of you, this was just feeding off of hurting someone in private. Yeah, this reading, I could tell this reading was going on a really long time because there was an extra deck out here. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this reading up. What else does Divine Collective need to know about this? Yeah, whatever it was, that's funny. Seven of Pentacles, they wanted something. They're getting a failure in return because you're getting peace. This message is connected to the past energy that came out. This past reading that came out. So let's see, what is some final messages for Divine Collective, please, moving forward. I feel like you may be slowly moving forward at this time, and that is fine. You need to know that that is fine. Everything is working out perfectly. This is kind of actually giving me like you're worried. You're worried that you don't know what you're gonna get. This has something to do with your healing. It's because you're healing, and be patient with yourself while you're healing. Serenity within. This, it's safe for you to feel. Divine wants you to feel security within yourself and to come back feeling safety. Righteous course, show of strength, confirmation again. You are very, like I said earlier, whoever has gone through this, it says evil people block your way. Whoever went through this great struggle, you have gained like lots and lots of spiritual support that you will not lose. End of difficult is coming, is like right around the corner. Prosperity, peace. It's okay. It is safe to feel. These two, I'm going to leave it like this because these two keep coming out. The serenity within and the harmony. This is the final message here for this. It is safe to feel secure and confident in your protection, in your harmony, whatever's going on that feels safe and feels peaceful for you, you can trust in that and know that the end of difficulty is here, is among you. So I hope you guys got some sort of confirmation clarity out of this reading, or you just enjoyed the reading. I will see you again next time.